voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground, Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Broken screens and flashing lights, voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground, Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground, Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Broken screens and flashing lights, voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground, Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. The engine is starting up.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
go. Pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the Rnn, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Welcome to the night, it's time to play. Grab your drink and find your way. With a shout, let's start the fight. Revel in the Viking light. Thursday's calling, come alive. Feel the pulse, we're gonna thrive. Nuts and glory fill the room. In the air, there's no more gloom. Raise your hands up high tonight. Revan's roaring, seize the light. Eastern time, the hour is prime. Join the chorus, set the time. The bag of nuts is where you'll find a crazy place to free your mind. Laugh and yell and stomp your feet. Thursday's magic can't be beat.
I love me some Irish tunes. How you doing there, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? The struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. So I'm doing very well today. I actually got in a little late. I've only been here for like maybe, I don't know, say half an hour. And I kind of had to throw everything together. I ended up going out to eat with my man and my aunt, so it ran a little late. But guess what? I'm here. So it's awesome. And we're going to do some fantastic readings here tonight. And I'm pretty excited. And I'm writing everybody's name down. So, if, as usual, if I call your name and you don't answer, that's fine. Hello, Mort. I'm writing everybody's name down. We're going to say hello to everybody that's in the room. So thank you. Yeah, I love the little Irish tunes. It's really cool. Windy. Yeah, I know. I'm up on the 11th floor and the wind shakes the windows. But oddly enough, I feel soothed. It's like, because I grew up on the ocean, and you used to, when you have a private beach on the ocean. When I was a kid, you hear the windows go all the time because you're right there on the wind. So it's pretty awesome. But hello, thank you, Keith. Thank you. Yep, I'm doing much better. I've got kind of things straightened out, and we're going to see how it is we're doing. So we're going to say hello to people here in the chat room. We're going to say, of course, hello, Miss Heidi, and thank you for the share. And hello, Michelle Wilfong. How are you doing? Miss Kelly Carella's in the house. Tammy's here. Hello, Tammy. So let's see what else we got here. We also have Miss Lois Clark, Brolick. We have, again, Heidi. We have Mort. Let's see. And Keith, thank you for sharing as well. We have Mr. Brolick. And now we have Elma. I might have to drop off, have some things going, but we'll watch later. Thank you, Pink Deck. Okay. I'll put the timestamp. I usually will do a timestamp for those that have to jump off. So let's do Velmar. So we have a list here, and don't forget, as always, like, follow, and subscribe to all of the Rift Nation Network channels. You can also find us on YouTube, thanks to freaking awesome Paranormal over there. So it's pretty awesome. So, you know, we have a lot of new things here and a lot of new things coming, and you know, we're getting there. We're going with the flow, people. Yeah, the flow, you know. Sorry, that's what happens when I eat late. I get a little hyper, I guess. But it was the world's greatest pizza. I mean, it was like paper thin, but it was awesome. I love it. So, anyways. So, yeah, I'm a little hyper here today, peeps. I swear to God. Runes for Miss Heidi. Heidi is first right off the bat. So, and that's what I'm going to do. I've got the names written down on the list. And if you don't want a rating, you can just tell me no. We have Heidi, Michelle, Kelly, Lois, Brolick, Mort, Keith, and then Belmont. And that's the list that I have. So we've got runes for Miss Heidi. Okay, Miss Heidi, I'm going to shuffle. You start thinking of the question that you have for the runes. Don't have to write it in the box. Just have to think of it, and the runes will guide you. Yes, it was Parathas. It was really good. So, all right, so let's do this. All right, think your question, and they'll tell me when to stop the shuffle off to Buffalo. Okay, what spread are we doing today? I think we're doing the 5-card spread today. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so the 5-card spread is 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course the middle card. Now, the thing about some runes can be upside down and some can't. Dagas can't, because, you know, it's going to look the same no matter which way. Which way? So we get Miss Heidi right off the bat. We're going to start it off now. In this position is the past and its influences on your query, which means the question. That's the question. Okay. So this is your past and the influences on this query is what we have right now. Now, Dagas represents dawn. Okay. So it represents dawn, which means illumination, hope, awakening. So from what it's talking about, the reason for this, the basis of this has to do with an awakening, a waking up, like an aha moment. It's like all of a sudden you feel like the clouds are clearing. And this is something that happened in the past. You might not have been aware of it, is what they're saying. That's what's actually happening with that. That's Dagas. And I'm running out of room over here. So Dagas. Now in the second position, we have Tiwas. Tiwas is upside down. The second position has to do with the problems and potential obstacles in your path right now. So now we're dealing with Tiwas. Tiwas means try, which usually means try is triple. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, so we're dealing with 3. So this deals with leadership battle and justice. Okay, now what's happening is justice might not necessarily be on your side at this particular time. So what we're talking about is we're talking about instead of leadership, someone else is trying to lead. Someone else is getting the battle into fray, or somebody else is gathering the weapons, throwing them at people and saying, go! So what they're saying is there's something happening there, so you need to be extremely aware of that. That's Tiwaz. Now we take the third position here, which is the stroke of luck and beneficial influences working in your favor right now. Things working in your favor, we have radio. Radio we have. Wagon. What's a wagon do? It's a wagon. It's a wheel. So this is what we're dealing with. Hello, Lisa. I'll write you down in a minute, honey. And again, when we're dealing with the wagon, we deal with horses, journey. We're also dealing with Thor. Thor, yes, Thor is a very justice oriented type god, but he's also a bit of a strict trickster and refuses to give up, refuses to allow others to pretty much beat him. We're also dealing with travel at this particular moment. So if you look into who Thor generally was, okay, maybe he did drink a little bit too much, but he didn't give up. He was very war oriented, very that type of individual. So he went forth and he didn't give up. So this is what they're telling you right now. As far as radio, they don't want you to give up. Now in the fourth position, of course, we have Thurizaz. Now the fourth position is the immediate outcome, not the eventual outcome. This is going to be the immediate income right now. Now, Thorizaz represents thorns. Okay, so this represents thorns and also dealing with danger and conflict. So, what we have to deal with, here is a little bit of conflict and danger of the immediate outcome, which means that danger doesn't necessarily mean something bad. Just think of the robot. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Sorry. Yeah, I know. It's really weird. So anyway, so we have that coming in. So there is a slight bit of edge and danger to this. Okay, that's the immediate outcome. Now we're dealing with Ingwaz. Now, Ingwaz, of course, is another one that cannot be upside down. We deal with this, it's like it deals with like a godlike is what it is, okay? So it's seed growth change in the heart. So there is going to be a change in the home, okay? The change in the home. But this change is also going to cause growth. So the seed has been planted, and that could have been part of the battle. So this is actually something that's happening. I say that all the time. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, so Ingwas is bringing in this god-like, it's taking the seed and growing it into something. So even though the immediate outcome might represent a bit of Thor's and danger, the final outcome is going to be worth it. So that's the growth. That's what we're dealing with that. And that was for Miss Heidi. Miss Heidi, that was for you. So now we have Miss Michelle Wilfong. Hopefully that you understand that. Miss Michelle Wilfong, pick your deck, pick your poison. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, I can put you on the list, honey. Okay, don't forget we're talking self-esteem and manipulation on the second hour of Oh My God, That Lady's in Front of Me again. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about self-esteem and the effects of manipulation on those that do have issues with self-esteem. And that is coming up on Beacon in the Dark with Renee and I later. So, Michelle Wilfong, if you would like one, please pick your poison. We have channeling, love, and runes. Now, next after Michelle Wilfong is Kelly Carell. Love deck for you. Good. Kelly Carell, you're after Michelle. So you can pick your deck. Let's shuffle up to Buffalo. Awesome. Much gratitude for everybody that is here. Yes, showing gratitude is a cool thing. It's not cool. It helps with the karmic aspect, appreciating everything that you do have around you, even the small things. You always appreciate. The more you appreciate, the more you're saying to the universe, oh yeah, she likes that. She likes that. And that's the point of gratitude. So, all right, here we go. Michelle Wilfong. Let's see what we got going on here. The love boat. Sorry. The love deck is what we have going on. All right. So what we have going on right here is we're dealing with a soulmate. A soulmate is usually an individual that understands you better than anything else. Doesn't actually mean your star soulmate, which we're dealing with, an individual that like is your love interest, but there is a soulmate energy around you again. Okay, so this energy that is coming around you, that's the soulmate energy. um it's also letting you know that it's actually safe for you to open your heart. This individual does have your best interest at heart. Thank you so much. Has your best interest at heart, so you don't have to worry about getting burned, getting backstabbed, because that's something that's not going to happen. This is a very serious individual. Okay, in other words, this particular individual that they're mentioning right now is it's not someone, it's someone that's like a go-getter, someone that's takes things a little serious, sometimes needs to be pushed more into the playful side, because they're very organized, so to speak, very business oriented, very I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, and they sometimes forget how to relax. Okay, so there's no red flags. I really don't get any red flags in this. Um, I do get that this is a really, really good match for you coming up, is what it is. An extremely good match for you that is coming up. So hopefully you can understand that, honey. Okay, and then we had Kelly Corral. Hopefully, Michelle, you can understand that one. Yes, definitely soulmate energy, honey. So, but you might have to get this individual, get this individual to do a little bit of relaxation and playtime, because damn, this is definitely a go getter, which is a good thing, but you still need that break and that laughter. So, that's your only hard part, is trying to get someone to relax, not to get them up and work, but definitely to relax. So that's good. Kelly Carell, and then Miss Tammy wants channeling. Kelly, usually I'll just pick your deck, but we'll do Tammy, who's here right now. We're gonna do what everybody likes to call the channeling deck. You welcome, honey. Many bright blessings to you all. So let's shuffle this. Oh, shuffle off the buffalo. So let's see. This is for Miss Tammy. Tammy Johnson. Miss Tammy. Okay. And after that, we'll pick something for Kelly. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. There's definitely. Okay. Yeah. All right. So there is some struggle happening right now, where things aren't actually going to go as planned. In other words, you're expecting something. It's not exactly going to be the way that you want it to be at the moment. And again, this is the Tammy Johnson. So things aren't progressing the way you want. Yes, when things don't go as planned, it always puts stress on relationships, stress on issues. That's totally normal. Okay, but there will be some movement in some issues, because there are some issues coming up. There will be some movement on it. Don't expect a total reboot, but it's like a partial. There's a partial, a part. Okay. You also need to get around some candlelight. Your fire energy is a little off. If you have a fireplace, that would be the best place to be. If you don't, you can just literally sit by candlelight. That's going to give you that little bit of boost of balance. You need that little bit of fire in yourself, because we all need that. Sometimes we need to take the fire down but this fire needs to literally boost up. You need that energy coming in you. So sit by the candlelight for you with that. We also see that there is going to be a lot of confidence coming. In other words, sometimes we as individuals don't like the struggle we have to go through, but we have to go through these particular struggles just to show that, hey, look, we made it, we did good, we figured it out, we can get through anything now. Sometimes you need that little bit of boost actually coming up. So all of this stuff that's coming is definitely going to be a confidence boost. So the biggest thing for you is going to be the stress level. Now let's see. That is Hello Raven. Okay, that was for Tammy. All right, Miss Kelly Corral, I think you're at work. So we're going to do, it's 8:19. And this is definitely from Miss Kelly Carell, and I didn't take the dragon deck out, which I use a lot on Miss Kelly. So let's see, Kelly Carell. It is 8:20. Okay, but going down the list after Kelly Carell is Miss Lois Clark. So you can pick your poison as well, honey. This is not, okay. There's definitely a delay. All right. So what's happening right now, Miss Kelly, is the spiritual side of your energy, your growth energy, your connection with definitely the heavens and the earth and things that are happening is slightly off. That's what's causing the feeling like I don't know, like you can't get in the mood. You don't have the groove, so to speak. Okay, so you can't seem to get that. It's like you're offbeat and you're dancing offbeat, so to speak, is what you're happening. So you need to get back on balance with that. You need to raise your spiritual energy. Remember to balance your yin and yang. So they're saying that things need to be a little bit more balanced. That's going to help with the spiritual energy. And then things will start to go a little bit smoother. So remember to balance, work and play, peanut butter and jelly, oil and water does not mix. So maintain the balance a little bit more and don't lean towards more one side than the other. Kind of keep things in the middle and balance them out a little bit. That's going to help bring things back to the normal. That's going to raise the spiritual energy. You can also, again, utilize crystals that you have in your house as well to help maintain that. Quartz crystal is great for bringing up that energy. Some people work with an amber. I have an amber chunk that I keep with me for when I do this. That's going to help you as well. If you need to cleanse your energy, tourmaline and selenite are the two that actually work good for that. That'll help balance that out. Okay, so now we have Miss Lois Clark. Okay, that was 8:20. Okay, Miss Lois Clark wants to love deck. We have love happening here. So we're doing very, very good. Love boat. After Lois Clark, we have a Barolik over on YouTube. So Miss Lois Clark is next. Mr. Barolik, while I read Miss Lois, you can pick your deck. So we're going down the list here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. They want me to do this. And that jumped. Why did you jump? Separation. Okay, the first card, actually, this particular card here jumped right out of the deck. It jumped. Hello, Z-Sun. It jumped out of the deck. It has to do with separation. Now, separation doesn't always mean a couple or a situation that has to do with love. Sometimes we can be separate from our own emotions by doing things against what it is that we want to do. So let's figure out what's going on. Let's see. Passion. Okay. It's almost like the separation, okay, has to do with something you're passionate about. Yeah, that's not. All right, forgiveness. This has something to do with forgiveness. It's like the separation aspect of what's happening. We need to learn sometimes to forgive, but not just forgive others. Forgive yourself too. We have to forgive ourselves for things that we've done and move on. And we also have to have the ability to forgive others. You don't have to forget, but you do have to forgive is what you have to do. So that's what they're talking about right here. And that's why the separation card is coming up. Things seem separate because the forgiveness aspect isn't there. And again, they're not being really specific, but sometimes they aren't unless I go deep. And I don't go deep right now. Mr. Brolick, you want channeling on? Mr. Brolick. After Brolick is Mort. So we're going to do Mr. Brolick. So I guess we're going to channel. People don't say anything. I usually just grab a deck. So as long as they say hi and I know they're here. All right. Right, Z-Sun down. We're going down the list here. Z-Sun. All right. Woo. All right, Mr. Brolick. All right. Mm, all right. Okay. All right. It seems like a part of you love. You got it, honey. And again, this is for Brolick. What they're saying is a part of you has kind of lost your fight, if you can understand that. Like sometimes we have to battle against certain things. Sometimes we have to battle against our own nature, battle against other individuals, or just literally. And it seems like they're saying that part of that fight within you seems to be going. And again, that has to do with air. That has a lot to do with your element of air. It's not cleansing out what you need to cleanse out. Sandalwood smells awesome, really good incense. If you can get around sandalwood, it's a really good representation of air energy. If you can, get outside, stand out literally, and allow the wind to come by you and ask it to take anything that's negative, that doesn't serve you. Sometimes some negative things do serve us well. Other times, the negativity does not serve us well. So if it's not for your highest and best good, it's something that needs to go. So you need to let some of that go. Okay. After you do that, there's going to be a lot more smooth sailing for you. Things are going to go a lot more smoothly. It's your air energy that's actually off, is what it is. So get around that. And again, sandalwood. I keep seeing a long stick sandalwood incense, just burning that. Literally, you can smudge yourself with it. Whether you do the cones or the sticks, sandalwood is something that's really good. Probably get it in a gas station. Those things are really good, and it helps with the air energy more than the white sage is really good for protection. But the sandalwood always represented air very well, as far as that particular energy. At least that's what Spirit's saying. So, all right. So Mort wants the love dick. Lover. After Mort, we have Keith. So Keith always does the love deck, and I will timestamp it for him. So, got Mort. Okay, let's see. Let's shuffle. It's so weird going from the larger deck to the small deck, because sometimes my hands go to grab it, and it's like, wow, it's too small. Oh, look at that. A couple of cards did not come. Why is that? We'll have to shuffle those in. So, all right, let's see what happens. Now, love deck doesn't necessarily always mean a love life. Sometimes it means love of yourself, a love of friends. So it really depends on the direction, is what it is. So what we have here is, okay. All right. So it's recommending that there is something to do with control issues, and it's something we need to let go of. Sandalwood is also cleansing and protective from you. Nice. So you're doing you're cleaning your air energy. Cleaning your air energy. Dealing with air, you're cleansing, which is really awesome. Velma, I will get to you, hon. You're after Keith. So what we're dealing with right now is that you need to let go of control issues. Everybody has a certain control issue. I had a very large control issue. You guys literally came through with me where I just learned how to just not try to control everything. And sometimes that happens. Which what you do is find something you can control, especially when life seems a little out of control. You need to learn to just control what you can. Like you control when you walk, you can control what you bake, what you cook. You can control certain things. So if you have certain aspects that are happening right now that are a bit out of control, focus on what it is that you can control right now. That's something that you can actually deal with. Let's see. All right. And again, yeah, it's when things aren't actually going smoothly, and they're showing me a bunch of like speed bumps, like a bunch of bumps all in a row. It's like ba-dum, 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 almost like going down a set of stairs with a car, which really wasn't made for that. And that's what I'm seeing is there's a bunch of bumps, and it has to do a lot with this control factor that's actually coming in. But there is a relationship from the past. Hello, Nikki. There is a relationship from the past that is something that would be beneficial to you. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship. This could be an old friend that's coming back around, or an old friend that's moving back in. It could be someone for love, but this is someone that definitely has your best interest at heart. So that's definitely going to work out in your favor. So we want to literally focus on that and allow that to actually come back to you right now. That's going to help smooth things out. Now we have Mr. Keith Ottersberg. Let's see, Keith. It is 8:30. We have Keith 8:30. After Keith is Velma, and I'm writing names down as you guys come in. So, okay, this is for Mr. Keith Ottersberg, and it is 8:30. Snowballing comes to mind with those bumps. Yeah, it's like a you're welcome, honey. It's like we're all right. All right, so this is for Mr. Keith. Tell Mr. Keith it is 8:30. Okay, let's see what we got going on. All right. Okay. Mr. Keith, there is an individual around you right now, someone you normally wouldn't look at as a relationship possibility. You need to have a heart-to-heart with this individual. You need to stop looking. I'll put your name on, Cindy. You need to stop looking towards the age of an individual or something. You need to look deeper into the soul, okay? The soul is where the spark is actually going to come from. This isn't, it's not that it's a bad situation at all. It's just, age is a state of mind. If two souls were meant to be together, they're meant to be together. Have that heart-to-heart conversation before you decide just to blow off and brush off a particular individual. Get to know this person. You might find out that it is something truly beneficial to you. Okay, so give it that little bit of time. Give it that time to get to know who this person is, and allow this individual to get to know who you are as well. That's going to help you out. All right, who did we have after that? We have Velma. Velma over on YouTube. I have no idea what you asked for a deck, so if you want channeling, we can do channeling. Velma is up. After Velma, we have Lisa. Let's take a swig of coffee. We're making good time as always. So, all right. So we have Velma. Did you want channeling, honey? Channeling runes of love for Velma. After Velma is Lisa. So, let's see. Lisa. Last name I didn't write down. Lisa. No, that's Lois. Seen Lisa. Well, hopefully they'll come forward. I write the names as I see them. Lisa Oxera. I can never pronounce that name. That's probably why I put that down. All right, Velma. I guess we're gonna do channeling on you because I don't have an answer as of yet. After that, we do have Miss Lisa. Please let me know which deck you'd like. Raven, you're after her, and I see that you want the love deck. So. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. And again, this is for Velma. All right. You need to get back into your meditative state. Okay. You need to learn to center and focus. And that's why the meditation is something that's going to be beneficial to you. They're saying that you don't. Sometimes we will lose that, and we allow too much, outside distraction to help us focus on what is important right now. So what you need to do is you need to get back into that meditation to allow outside influences and chatter just to go away. Allow that to exit, is what's happening. Okay? That is actually going to give you a gigantic understanding of a lot of things that are happening. Just leave the outside, block the outside off. Okay? And allow the inner focus to come in, because that's when the answers are actually going to come to you. And things are actually going to work out. They're going to progress. They're going to lighten up. For you, I don't see a lot of chaos. I don't see a lot of mistakes. I see everything progressing in a good way. You're not going to feel so alone and invisible anymore. Just remember, ex Osu, how my last name is pronounced. It's, hold on. Um, uh, like intuitive pick. You got it, honey. Ox. Okay. Yeah, I always forget. Sorry. Body blue raised arms. KLP. I have no idea what that is. Okay. So allow that to actually happen. Okay. Allow the inner thing to come. Allow the chatter to just scatter. Okay. That's when things are going to progress into the direction you want it to. That's when everything's going to come. The love is going to come. Not just love of others, but love of yourself as well. So allow that to happen and let go of the chatter that's actually around you right now. Kelly Carell, I read you at 8:20, honey. You'll have to go back to 8:20. I kind of figured you were a little busy. And Lisa wanted which deck? Are you on TikTok Live? Yes, I think so. I should be. I don't see any TikTok messages, but TikTok. No, not TikTok. We're not on TikTok. Okay, Lisa just told me the deck and everything just went skyrocketed up. Intuitive deck, you got it. Okay, Lisa, this one's for you. Yeah, I figured you were at work or something, so I always timestamp yours because I know you're a busy beaver. Okay, so this is for Lisa. After Lisa, we have a Raven. Okay. Whoa, that deck almost jumped right out. Boy, these cards are saying yes. No problem, hon. All right, let's see what we got here. Miss Lisa. Yes, Lisa. All right. All right, so all right. Meditation and focus is really good. I don't see, it's like, thank you. It's like they're saying you're trying to start something new, but now is not the time. The new beginning or the new focus isn't something that's going to happen right now. Okay. It will eventually happen, but now is not the time to focus on anything. Okay. So don't focus on anything new right now because it's not going to happen. Work on what's around you at the moment. There's a piece missing to something that's around you. What piece is missing? Tell me what piece is missing. Okay, they're saying it's like go in the same direction, but take that leap of faith. Don't try to like go around the corner and try a new way. It's take that leap of faith and continue to focus on what you have. Just build up with it. So, and that's what you have. All right. So, let's see. Now we have Miss Raven coming up. Yeah, the two dark decks I have are the runes and the channeling deck. And then, of course, the love deck with the moon. That's the channeling deck. Okay. This is for Miss Raven. No, we're not on TikTok yet. I don't think, I think there's something else we have to do before we can get ourselves on TikTok. All right. And again, this is for Miss Raven. Yeah, it's this one you're talking about. 2 minutes. All right. Okay, so this is for Raven. Raven, you here? The moon up. Yep. Okay. All right, Miss Raven. Yep. Okay, good. All right, let's focus on what's happening here. All right. Okay. Do. All right. All right. As far as you yourself, and again, they're saying that you want to focus more on the love aspect of things, to find that in your life. But it's really good, and it's okay to show how much you do care about particular people. Okay. But it's not always romantic. Sometimes it's just that friend connection, which can also be a soul connection, and it's good for your soul. But you need to stop thinking something's never coming to you, it's never going to happen. Because what they're saying is you're not remaining optimistic. So, what are you doing? You're throwing the negative energy out there saying it's not going to happen, this isn't going to happen, that's going to happen. Whether it's finding a blue apple or finding the love of your life, the more that you think this, the more you're putting the energy out there to the universe. So, you need to maintain that it will come to you when it's meant to. Okay? So the optimism, yeah, don't go anywhere near an X. Remain more optimistic, more upbeat about what's coming. Okay, learn to just love who's around you. All right, and they want you to focus more on finances and career, which is definitely a side avenue of career. All right, I don't know if you're going to another wedding, because I'm not seeing you getting married, but I'm seeing another wedding. It's a good possibility. I don't know. What does it have to do with anything? Hmm. It could be somebody is coming in then. Help me out. Yeah. There's definitely someone at a wedding that you will have an attraction to, and this particular individual will have. It'll be like a two-way attraction. And it's something that's happening at a wedding. And I'm seeing like a wedding type setting. So it could be some type of a large celebration with his music that could look like a wedding to me, and it might not be. But there is definitely something coming. You just went to a wedding. There is an attraction. There is definitely an attraction. This is a good attraction. It was a two-way street with an attraction. But they're saying it's something that's actually coming. Right, hold on. Let me take a swig. In September, you have something coming up. There's a two-way attraction here. So just don't put the negative out there. Stay positive and maintain the fact that this is going to come, and you believe it's going to come. Okay? So just whoosh. All right, Z-Sun wants the channeler. I always call this channeling runes in love. It's easier to support that. No, you just went to one in September. All right, there's definitely something coming, because they're saying it's coming. So again, it could be a gigantic holiday dinner. It could be a gathering. It could be a baby shower. I mean, a Jack and Jill baby shower, of course. But there is definitely something coming. So, it doesn't necessarily, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean a wedding. It's like a wedding type atmosphere. It could be a baby shower. It could be a celebration of family. There is definitely something coming, some type of a celebration. Hello, Mish. All right, and this is Z-Sun. New York for Thanksgiving, that could be it. There's a celebration here. And this is when I'm feeling it. So stay open-minded. Okay, all right. Let's do this, Z-Sun. After Z-Sun, we have Miss Nikki. And we still have time. I'll be able to add names to the list, possibly. Let's see what happens. Okay, son. Okay, honey, somebody out there is not listening to a damn word you say. I'm sorry. It's like this person, when you try to speak and try to help, the filter is just going in one ear, out the next. Nothing's registering here at all. Not a thing is actually registering. You're welcome. Not a thing is actually registering. They're not focusing. They're not listening. It's like no matter what it is that you do, they just don't have that intent right there. But and again, your honesty, even though you're being honest and open and trying to expand things, it's just not going to happen. Yes, Mish, I have time, honey. And again, it's just a quick read unless Spirit doesn't stop chattering. Hello, Laura. All right, so and again, this lack of understanding or listening between you and another individual does cause a bit of a complication. Okay, this complication involves double digits. Double digits. I don't know why. Like two like numbers, 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. There's double digits around here, almost like twins. It's really weird. It's almost like twins. Thank you. It's like that's why sometimes you feel like sometimes, and again, sometimes you're feeling like you don't belong, other times you're feeling like you do belong. It's because the message you're sending isn't being heard the way that you're sending it out. If you can understand that, you're sending out a particular message, but the message is not being heard correctly. Okay, so hopefully you did understand that. Somebody's definitely not listening to some good advice. All right, Miss Nikki. We have Nikki, Cindy, and Mish. There we go. Nikki, Cindy, and Mish. You're a Gemini. Yeah, me too. So I'm a June Gemini, not a May Gemini. There's difference between the June and the May Gemini. So, all right. So we have Miss Nikki. Are you still here, honey? All right, we're just gonna channel Nikki, I guess. Cindy, let me know which deck you'd like. And again, we'll do it again. We have what I call the channeler deck, and then of course, we have the runes, and then what everybody calls the love deck. So, Miss Nikki, you want channeling? I'm gonna shuffle these. Awesome. All right, you got it, honey. So after Nikki, we have Cindy, and then we have Mish. All right. Okay, Nikki, don't focus. This is the weirdest thing. Sometimes I get the weirdest messages. Do not focus. Unfocus. Blur over it, so to speak. Just allow it to blur out. You've managed to take the fragments of all the energy you have pretty much going out here, there, and everywhere, and you've pulled that all in, which is a good thing. But you need to unfocus. Sometimes you focus a little too much. Don't focus so much. Things will come more naturally, more easier. It's an energy thing. You want the rune? Okay, no problem. You're right after Nikki, honey. So unfocus is what they need you to do. That's going to help you with things becoming more clearer, believe it or not. It's like those, thank you, hidden pictures. You know those hidden pictures when you stare at it, you really can't see what the number or what the picture's supposed to be, the picture behind the picture. But if you unfocus your eyes, you see it better. That's what it is they're talking about. They're saying by you unfocusing, you're going to get a clearer picture than what you normally would. I'm really hoping you follow me and understand this. And that, my girl, is what's going to help you become uncaged and untrapped. Because everything will become, yes, unhyperfocus. Yes, exactly. That's going to help you out with that. Now, on the runes, Miss Cindy. Who's that? Hey, Vet Girl, what's up? Now, on the runes, I need you to focus on your question. Don't type it in. Don't need to know. Just focus on what it is, the question, or the thing that you're looking for directions. Because remember, runes help guide you directions. They give you information about your journey so you're better prepared for it, is what runes actually do. Okay? Meant for guidance. I let me see what it is. I might. What time is it? I can't see the time clearly over there. 8:50. I got 10 minutes. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Okay, good, Nikki. All right, so this is the Cindy. Focus on this. Okay, you got it? They're saying you got it now. Okay. So we're going to do the 5-card spread is what we're actually doing right now. It's called the 5 directions is what we're actually doing. 3, 4, and 5. All right. So the first one actually coming up is Ingwas. Ingwas, of course, cannot be upside down. Okay? And that's Cindy, cross you out. So what we have actually coming up is Ingwas. Now, when we're dealing with this, we're dealing with the god like a seed. Seed is actually beginning to grow. Okay? So when we're talking about this, we're talking about something changing. Okay? Something around hearth and home. There's a growth. There's a growth actually happening. Now, this is in the first position, has to do with the past and its influences on what's happening, your quarry, which is what's actually happening, what you're working on. So these actual influences of something, this is how, excuse me, this is how it's actually affecting you right there. Now, when we're dealing with the second position, EWAS is upside down. EWAS is the problems and potential obstacles on your path. So this is obstacles and problems on your path. EWAS is actually upside down at the moment. EWAS normally represents movement, horse, change, transformation. So we're not going to see any of that. It's in the opposite direction. Things are not going to change. They're not going to progress. There's no movement right here, right now. So this is what we're dealing with. The problems is the lack of movement going forward. There is no forward movement. Okay? It's like the horse is stubborn and lay down and took a nap, and it's just not going to go anywhere right now. It's not going to happen. These are your obstacles and your problems that you need to work through. Now we're going to come over to the third position. DWAS. Okay? TWAS is coming into you on the third position, which is your stroke of luck and other beneficial influences working in your favor. And that's in the third position. Now, TWAS is coming in, which is try, which is 3. Okay, TWAS comes in. What does TWAS deal with? Battle, justice, and leadership. That's your trice. Okay, so there's 3 things, and this stroke of luck is something that's going to work in your favor. Okay, the battle, the leadership, and the justice. So it's saying that these things that are lucky because they're a part of you. You have that willingness to keep going. You have that. Oh my God, why am I having such a brain fart? Thank you very much. It's like you have that, thank you, leadership quality. That's what it is. That leadership quality inside you that helps you and able to get through what it is that you need to get through. And there definitely is going to be justice coming for you. Now in the fourth position, we have birth row. Birth row is the immediate outcome. Now, birth row is kind of upside down at the moment. And it deals with Perth Row, deals with the elder tree, the yew tree is what it is. Okay. Now the yew tree is actually coming in, and we're dealing with spirituality, mystery, and play. It is not the time to play right now. It's the time to continually focus and continue working hard. Okay. Because I don't see dancing. I see non-movement. So there's like things are not going to progress. They're not going to move. As far as spirituality, counteract that again with meditation. And sometimes things happen just so we can have that bit of break, especially if we're a high spiritual energy. It seems to have a tendency to do that. Now we have Enzus coming in. Now Enzus is in the 5th position. That is both the eventual outcome and the lesson you should learn from your experience. and Zeus comes in, and we are dealing with inspiration, wisdom, and it has to do with Odin. It's upside down. Things are not, unfortunately, very inspiring. And again, if you decide on this particular direction, this is going to be the eventual outcome, is what it is. So they're saying that it's literally not going to be very inspiring. Things are just kind of going to be the way it is. So this is what they're recommending to you. And runes is something like, if somebody did a casting of runes, the satyr did a casting of the runes with the Vikings, and that would be something that actually happened. They would notice that, okay, that's not going to happen, so we're not going to head in that particular direction. And that's what the runes are actually for. Dang it, was looking for relocation, and it hasn't landed yet. I'm determined to find something new. You will, but it's just not meant to be yet. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe when you do relocate, you're going to find something unbelievably affordable, and that's why you keep being held back. Okay, then this is for Mish. Mish, I do a 3-card spread is what I do. If I have time, I will let you know. I've got 4 minutes left right now. Yep, just, it is what it is. Sometimes there could be something really awesome coming your way. Heck, maybe you'll get a house for the same price as an apartment. It'll be extremely cheap, and it's going to be something that's awesomely beneficial to you. Okay, Miss, you still here? Yes. Okay. Ooh, we get a lot to love here. Honey, your water energy is off. Do you have any moving water next to you? Okay, so they're saying that you have a lot of passion and love, which is good, but things aren't flowing. The movement, the flow has to do with water. In order to unblock water, this one's for you right now. In order for you to unblock water, moving water is really a good thing for you to do. So if you have a running river, definitely dunk your feet in the running river. Another thing to do is those things, anything that water moves, battery operated, you plug them in and they rotate the water. Moving water is what you need right now in order to cleanse yourself. You need to get that movement going. So we need to untrap. Yes, good. Stick your feet in the water. You need to get rid of that and allow the flow of energy to actually do it. I live in a dry creek. So allow the flow of energy to happen. So moving water is the best way to actually do that. And again, it could be done anything. It could be done with an ocean. It could be done with a, like not a lake, not a stagnant lake, but a river and ocean are the two best methods in order to get that and help with that movement. Usually a river is best for that. But they're saying don't forget. Sometimes and again, this is just an example of what I'm being told. They're saying sometimes we forgive somebody and then we forget the negative that came to us, and the negative has a tendency to come back. So they're saying certain experiences, don't forget, remember. There's a reason you need to actually remember that, okay? Now is actually a time for you to take a little bit of a risk. So definitely take that risk. Get that movement going. Get that water moving. And then allow that risk to actually come into you, okay? Let's see who we had else. I have 2 minutes left. I only have 2 minutes left. I am sorry for anybody that I missed. The show runs from 8 to 9. And then I take a short break and I come back on with Beacon in the Dark. And tonight is definitely going to be talking about, Renee and I are going to be talking about a lot about, my goodness, manipulation and self-esteem. Because when, especially for those that have the lower self-esteem, it's easier to be manipulated by certain people and individuals. So anybody that I did not get to, I do apologize for that, and I will get to you next week. And I would say thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate all and very grateful for all of the blessings and the individuals that have always always been here, and the new people that come in, welcome. I'm here on Thursdays and I do free short reads. And again, I am available for private readings. If anybody's interested, literally send me a message, guys. I really appreciate that. So, peace.